And here, folks, here we have Hollywood accounting at its finest, its absolute best version ever. So, this here Carl Eric Rich has apparently defrauded, allegedly, around $11 million from Netflix. Now, this is one of those cases, though, I think, that, Netflix mundo mucho lots of money to just throw around, and they throw it around everywhere. But why is he getting charged with fraud when you have like J.J. Abrams, who was given what, like $500 million at some point, and hasn't produced anything that I'm really aware of except for a Batman show that not Warner Brothers didn't want, and they had to sell off to somebody else. Or how about Phoebe Waller-Bridge, who was given, I don't remember what it was, somewhere between $50 and $100 million to produce a few things like a Tomb Raider show that still hasn't seen the light of day. Why are they not being arrested or charged with fraud for these things? But apparently, here we go. Hollywood filmmaker, and this is the article from March 20th, 2025. I will get into more current stuff. Hollywood filmmaker charged with defrauding Netflix for $11 million. Hollywood filmmaker Carl Eric Rich has been charged with defrauding Netflix for the tune of $11 million because he had a TV show he was working on for them. And let's see here. The only other thing this guy had done was 47 Ronin. That's right. The really, really horrible Keanu Reeves movie, 47 Ronin. This is the only thing the guy had done until this point, and they gave him all that money to make a TV show where he would have the final cut. So let's jump into more current day things and go with complex. Here says Netflix director stands trial after allegedly misusing funds, including a $600,000 on mattresses. Could you imagine the gall of spending $600,000 on mattresses from money that was given to you to produce a TV show? Carl Eric Rich already had $44 million of Netflix's money, and when he asked for $11 million more, he got it. They went like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's $11 million, it's pocket change. Who cares? It's not going to be a big deal. It's fine. Fucking hell. Okay, so what has this guy actually been charged with, huh? Actually been going to court for and all that stuff. So according to Fortune, the 48-year-old director is now on trial for wire fraud, money laundering, and unlawful monetary transactions. Charges that together could mean up to 90 years in prison. Oh, god damn. That's wow. That is not a slap on the wrist. Holy cow. But I mean, like, I'm kind of glad to see that these people are finally getting some consequences, but this is like a nobody guy, okay? Unless it was from this, myself personally, I would never have heard of him. I would never have heard him at all. So yeah, he's like the little guy on the totem pole. We're gonna get somebody to make everybody feel better kind of thing. But continuing, prosecutors allege Rich misused $11 million that Netflix wired to him in 2020. Money intended to rescue his stalled series White Horse, later retitled Conquest. So I have another question then. Okay, where did that other $44 million go to then? I'm sure a good chunk of it went to actually trying to produce the show, possibly, hiring people and shit like that. Okay, maybe, quite possibly. But I have a sinking suspicion that part of that $44 million probably also went to buying mattresses or cars or gambling or whatever else he was doing, right? So here, oh yes, there we go. And Netflix outbid rivals Amazon and HBO and Apple to secure rights to his alleged dystopian thriller. The streamer committed more than $61 million so far to the project that granted Rich rare final cut authority, a privilege usually reserved for Hollywood's most trusted directors. And this guy had only done the very very not good 47 Ronin samurai movie with Keanu Reeves. It was a flop at the box office and in homes, and they gave him final cut authority. They gave him the final say on what would come out. But here we go. Here's maybe what made their decision for them. Keanu Reeves, who starred in Rich's only feature film, 47 Ronin, even came on board as an early investor and mentor. So I'm sure somebody at Netflix was like, hey, come on, Keanu Reeves is like vouching for this guy, so he must be at least mildly trustworthy enough for us to do it as well, right? Because you have like the nice guy of Hollywood, literally the nice guy of Hollywood, Keanu Reeves, being like, you know what, I trust him. I put my I'll back him. So you should too. The cell hooks, that kind of says, probably should trust, but nope, I guess not. He reportedly lost more than half on risky stock trades, then recovered through cryptocurrency investments. The crypto gains fueled a lavish spending spree, 5 Rolls Royces, a Ferrari, and 2 custom, I don't know how to say that, sorry, mattresses from Sweden totaling $638,000. One of those mattresses carried a price tag of $439,900. I think this is a case of somebody being like, oh my God, I have money in my pocket. It's burning a hole in my pocket. What do I do with it? I have access to millions of dollars now. What do I do with it? I mean, sure, I'm supposed to pay these bills to help make a show for Netflix and all, but I have all this money. What do I do with it? To me, that is the same concept. Right? Okay, hear me out here. To me, that's the same concept as when, like people who struggle to pay their bills all year round, and you get behind on maybe the water bill or, God forbid, the mortgage or car or something like that. You get behind a little bit, but not enough for them to take it from you kind of thing. And at the end of the year, you're one of those very lucky people who gets like more than enough to cover what you owe on your tax return. But you go, I have all this money in my pocket and I don't know what to do with it. Oh, I know. I'm going to go buy a new TV. I'm going to go buy shit I don't actually need because I feel like I need to spend this money on something other than what it's meant for. There are so many people like that. And I think this is just that times a gajillion. Hopefully that made sense to people. Hopefully. Let's see. Court filings say Rich assured Netflix executives the project was game-changing good. I'm sorry, but anytime somebody says it's game-changing good, you should probably be like, let's look into this and make sure dude's actually doing what he was supposed to be doing. See, he has pleaded not guilty, and his attorney, Daniel McGinnis, has stated, Mr. Rich is looking forward to the opportunity to show that these charges are not founded and he is completely innocent. Well, of course his lawyer's going to say that, right? Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, Netflix has already secured an $11.8 million arbitration award against Rich, who has now described as unemployed. No shit. The trial, overseen by Judge Jed Rakoff, is expected to last 2 weeks and will feature testimony from former Netflix executives, including Cindy Holland, the executive who originally championed White Horse. How horrible do you have to feel too if you were Cindy here and you were looking at his stuff, right? You were looking at the possibility that Keanu Reeves was back in the sky. And you're like, you know what, man? I feel good about this. I think this could be the thing. This could help us out. Make an original show for Netflix again. Make a, please, excuse me, good original show once again. And nope, the guy turns around and spends the money on stupid shit like 5 Rolls Royces, 2 definitely overpriced mattresses. I'm sorry, those mattresses, if I pay, what was that again? $439,000 for basically $440,000. It's not. I'm not going to fucking gripe about $100 difference here from that, all right? So basically $500,000 on a mattress. That thing had better, when I lay on it, one of those Swedish bikini model chicks better pop out of that fucker and give me a blowjob, okay? Anyway, what do you think? Do you think this is going to actually go anywhere? Do you think this guy's going to get the whole 90 potential years in jail? I don't think he's going to get much of anything, honestly. I think he's going to get a bit of a slap on the wrist and be told to go on his merry little way. He might do a night or two in jail just to make everybody feel like, the one of the Hollywood elites got their just desserts or some BS like that. But anyway, what do you think? And while you are around, seeing how you are still here, do me a favor and hit those like and subscribe buttons as well. It is very helpful. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.